Hey, welcome back to Doubling Down on Freedom. This is a place where two retired vets are transitioning into the civilian world after military service, and we're trying to figure out how it all works and the adventures and the crazy things that we're doing. This week we're continuing to work on the Reno, and we are in the second week of demolition. We're going to do just a quick walkthrough and show you the status of what we got done. We are 100% complete, and the projects that we didn't know we had that we found. Not only did we have some bad surprises, if you stay to the end of the video, we've got some good surprises coming up, and I'm pretty excited about them. So let's walk through it. A lot of progress in the laundry room. We used to have a complete shelf and cabinet set there. That is out, and so we're ready to move on to the next phase. The pantry hasn't really changed a ton. And this is what the garage looks like with all the stuff in it. So as you can see, we've been busy little beavers for the last 2 weeks. Our kitchen. We got all of our cabinets out there, and we're starting to get ready to move electrical, and bam, we got a lot taken out of the kitchen there. So we've got a lot of sub projects going on. We've got electrical that's going to get swapped. The vent's going to get gone. We've got to replace, this is one of the surprises. We've got to replace some of that framing down there, no big deal. And we've got a bunch of electrical boxes going in. Small projects done around here. Someone's gonna laugh at me and tell me I shouldn't have done that. I did not like how big that crack was, and so we insulated that once we reinforced the door. Kitchen and a den, everybody should do that. No real change on the living room this week. The wife did get all of the trim. We had a lot of this top trim still left. She got a lot of that done, taken down. We've done the same thing here. We've got a little more insulation put. So we've got demolition and sun prep done this week. The little one, the future third world dictator, she was super excited that this was her room. And so she's got her little pile there. She's got everything cleaned off the walls, and she has designed everything that needs designed in her room. She's picking out furniture, so pretty exciting. This is going to be the grand room, the grandparents' room. Cool thing about this, we thought of a cool project. And so make sure and keep tuned in, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. This is a project that I've been wanting to do. Super, super neat for a long time, and we finally have the opportunity to do it. Oh, wow. The American bathroom has been touched. When you think you've seen it all and you thought mold was going to be the biggest problem. We had some termite damage there. We found that out, and looks like we got a little bit of replacing to do. And we cut out for mold, which, if you know about renos, let me tell you what is the dumbest thing to do. Cut out drywall when there's wallpaper, because now it's going to be a pain to get the textures when you want to finish it. So lots of fun there. So this week we had the city shut off the water so that we could replace all 12 shutoffs, and we got all that done. We only have one that has a minor leak. It's about 1 drip every 3 hours, and it's in the master bathroom. So we're gonna wait until we actually reno the bathroom, the primary bathroom, before we get the water shut off again. And we're just gonna keep moving because we have way more projects than we started with in not a lot of time. 6 weeks is gonna go by super quick. The other thing we did this week was we called a bunch of contractors because I want to stay on time schedule, and I didn't think that I could do that. This is pretty aggressive for an 8-week reno. And I told you it was pretty important that we're able to move in because, you know, we're paying for 2 places while we do this. Now, before I say this next part, I do want to say I love tradesmen, and I like that they have a craft, and I think you should pay for it. I do not think you should be higher than giraffe balls when you give a quote and you're a tradesman. So we've got about 8 patches of drywall that needs, it's less than 2 sheets total of drywall. So I get it, a lot of taping, a lot of mudding, a lot of feathering, a lot of precision skill work. And I was quoted anywhere between $2,800 and $4,500 for them to do their craft. And so I politely told them that they were higher than Giraffe balls. And looks like we're gonna extend the timeout and we're gonna do some more in-depth drywall than what we'd anticipated. We also called some folks for the floor leveling to see if they could get that done. The prices were a little bit better, but I don't think much better than what I can do for the time that it's gonna take. So we might have to extend the 8 weeks out because after all, we have plenty of time. We just don't want to have the time. So, yeah. We were also lucky enough to find a local veteran that has a dumpster company, and so we are going to be using them. Monday we'll get a dumpster and we'll get rid of some of that garage because it needs to go. And we need to list some stuff on Facebook Marketplace to be able to hopefully afford some of these upgrades or these extra projects that need to get done that we found during demolition. So the good surprises that we had this week, we've got one inbound. There's one right back there. And we've got one inbound. My wife's going to pick her up from the airport, my sister. And so we've got a couple extra hands and feet, and I don't know if they're strong backs or not. Maybe weak minds, strong minds. But we're gonna be able to hopefully power through some of these projects that we have. And the day after Thanksgiving, I'm pretty thankful for it. Well, I've got a promise to myself that every week we're gonna deliver a video, and I won't lie, this is filmed Friday. This is filmed Friday morning because it's been a crazy week with Thanksgiving and doing all the demo and trying to talk to Giraffe balls, hire contractors. So it's gonna be what it's gonna be, but I met my quota to myself, which is a video is gonna be produced every Friday. So do me a favor, if you enjoy the updates, if you enjoy the channel, if you enjoy the mission, whatever it is, the best way to support us is like, subscribe, comment, send it to a friend. Look, we don't have all the answers. We're just trying to figure it out. And so the algorithm for everyone has been not kind recently. And so I don't mind my 45 views. We're just growing this thing and trying to figure out who our audience and who our family is. And so that's really the goal, is connection after all. So if this hits home, hit a like, subscribe, comment, send it to a friend. If you think they're so terrible you just laugh at them, I'm good with that too. So as always, I'm gonna ask you to do me a favor. If someone hasn't told you this week already, make the day you deserve.